Gonna roll into it. Backflip with the Mini XRT. Traxxas pretty much lied to us about the top speed of the Mini XRT. Beast. Look at that. That thing is ripping. I'd say about 30 seconds after the Traxxas Mini Maxx was released to the public, people were begging for a Mini XRT. Well, guys, your wish has been granted. The Mini XRT VXL is here. It's a high-powered mini racing monster truck capable of going 40 miles an hour on the 2S battery pack, and if you throw in the optional 3S battery pack, you're gonna hit 55. But Traxxas didn't just slap a Mini XRT body and wing on this truck. No, they made some major changes that you need to see. That's what I'm going to show you in today's video. I'm going to give you a little comparison between the Mini Maxx and the new Mini XRT so you can see those new parts. Then I'm going to take it out into the dirt to thrash on this truck that people have been dying to see. There it is, RC drivers, the Mini XRT out of the box. The truck so many of you have been waiting for. I got to go throw it over here on top of this giant XRT just so you guys can see the size difference. Man, it still looks cool. This thing, I bet, is just gonna be a blast to drive. But first up, let's check out the body. So they just scaled down that XRT body. It even has the molded scoop in the front. That's part of the body mounting system because as you can see, it is a clipless body mounting setup. They got the roof skids on top, adds a little extra support with this bar down to the rear body mount setup. And it's just the 4 clips on each side. They've got 4 different colors for this truck. Basically the orange, blue, green, and this red with the wild Traxxas colors that we're pretty used to seeing by now. And then they've got this Mini XRT wing out back. So just like the giant XRT, we've got this bash bumper in the front and it's got the wheelie bar in the rear. And you can even go and carry it around by that wheelie bar if you need to. Now let's pop the body off so we can check out under the hood. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Nice and easy to pop the body off. And look at that. Ooh, it's got that little square right there. That means that you're gonna be able to put a roof light set on there. They've got a ton of option parts for this already. Now onto the chassis. Looks really familiar, right? Looks like the Mini Maxx right over there. There's actually a couple little changes that you guys need to know about. Gotta go over that in a second, but first up, I wanna start off at the front suspension. So they still have the ultra oil-filled shocks on it. This thing just came out of the box. There we go, it's starting to liven up now. And this truck has a wide max suspension kit on it. So it is wider than the Mini Maxx. And for those of you that wanna go and put a wide max setup on your Mini Maxx, you're gonna be able to do that. They're gonna offer a kit, which is really cool. So with the wide max kit, you obviously have wider lower arms, wider upper arms. They're gonna give you new drive shafts and new steering links. Outside, you still got those strong caster blocks and steering knuckles, dual shear points on those. And there has been a change to the shock tower. The shock tower is a little bit lower in comparison to the Mini Maxx. And then this rear deck assembly is different completely because it now integrates the wing mount into it. And at first, when I first saw it, I was a little bit concerned because I'm sure people are gonna just jump this thing, possibly break off this mount, which is attached to all this stuff here. But it is just one component. If you do have to replace it, it's probably gonna be a little bit of extra work. I don't know if it's really worth griping about. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. But yes, in the rear, we also have the wide max arms and the standard hub carriers that we saw on the Mini Maxx. Really stout looking. Also in suspension is wheels and tires, and they shrunk down the Gravix tires. These are a really cool looking tire, and yes, there is a difference between the front and rear. They actually have a little F on the front tires just so you know which one's which. Still has these awesome spoke wheels. These look really strong. Now let's get into the chassis. I showed you guys the shock towers that are integrated into the chassis, but there has been a revision here. This has a new part number. Well, actually, they just added an X onto it, and that's because they've added a little bit of extra material to the front end just to help strengthen everything up. But the rest of it is pretty much the same. Quick clip battery system, so you can access the battery easily. Just snaps right in. Drive shaft runs down the tunnel here, covered with this plate, but plenty of bracing in there. Really strong chassis setup. Then up front, it's still got the dual bell crank steering. Everything's dual shear on that too. Fixed links for the steering. And then the servo saver is built into the servo horn. Now the drivetrain. I'm sure there's a lot of people wondering what's going on here because we had a little bit of a controversy with the Mini Maxx. I'm sure you guys are well aware of it, but I don't think we're gonna have any problems here. And that's because they equipped the Mini XRT with the center differential right out of the box. You don't need to go pick it up aftermarket if you want to go 3S with the setup. They still have the planetary front and rear gear differentials. And with that center diff, it's supposed to take a lot of that stress away from those differentials, so you shouldn't have a problem. Pretty much everything else is the same in the center. They have that composite center drive shaft, and I thought maybe on the VXL they would have given us the aluminum center shaft, but it's still the composite one. Full ball bearings throughout. Those planetary gear differentials are really smooth. They are larger than the Slash 4x4 differentials, but there is a little bit of change on the outside here. The length of the telescoping drive shafts is a little bit longer to go and match the longer arms of the Wide Max kit. And then they've got some wide offset hexes on the outside, 12mm that the wheels bolt to. And into the electronics, so if you put the Mini Maxx and the Mini XRT side by side, you're gonna see a lot of changes here. First up, they've got the 2075X servo. So this is a metal geared servo in comparison to the 2065 that's in the Mini Maxx. This one's just stronger. Then under the receiver box is the TQI receiver. That's because this is equipped with TSM, and I was told that you're really going to need to use that TSM because this is a wild drive. And then next to it here is the Valenian VXL 3S. We've seen this before, and the brushless motor. We know all about this power system. Don't need to go over that. It's got plenty of rip to it. And I need to show you guys what else comes inside the box. So along with the TQI receiver, of course, you got your TQI radio. You could throw the link module into the back of that. Here's the battery pack that they give you, the 3500 milliamp 2S pack. Then there's USB-C charger. It's a balanced charger. They don't give you any cords. I'm sure everybody's got cords lying around to go and hook that up. You got your basic tools, shock preload clips, and your instruction manual. So what do you think, RC drivers? Did they make some worthy changes to it? Looks good on paper, but I think we need to see it drive. Let's go hit the dirt. I'm going for it, RC drivers. I'm hitting the sandlot with the Mini XRT, and I've already put a battery pack through it. This thing is a little beast. Wait until you see what it could do. This is on a stock 2S pack, and it's got some rip. Wait until you guys see the speed runs. I've already done the speed runs too, and there is a big surprise that you guys, you're just gonna need to see it for yourself. Well, look at that. That thing's ripping wheelies, and it handles so good. This Wide Max kit, oh man, I love it on this little truck. I already want one for my Mini Maxx. This is some rough terrain, and this little truck is just blasting through it, no problem. It handles so good. Just blasting through berms. So much steering. And the big secret to this one is that TSM in there. It's really just making this truck handle so good. Never gonna hit this dirt mound. This one is not forgiving. Look at that, easy jump up, lots of brake, just able to control everything that this thing does. It is such a little monster. I almost like this more than the big XRT. It's fast, it handles well, it jumps well. Watch this. Yeah! I think even the differentials are set up right. I mean, this thing is just unloading the power like it should. I'm impressed with the steering. I mean, without a doubt. On power, off power. Checked up over that jump. I don't know if you saw that. That was so cool. All right, I know I can get some air off of this one. Just gotta stand so you guys could see it. Get a big jump off of this. Yeah. Just let off in the air. Just glides through. You see that TSM kick in. Just, I mean, ultra stable, guys. Ultra stable. Look at that. Perfect. You know what? We need to put the 3S pack in here and do some bigger air. All right, I've got the 3S pack in it. Look at it. Wheelie power. It is a totally different monster on 3S, but we're gonna send it. We're gonna roll into it. Backflip with the Mini XRT. Look at that. Oh, so controllable. I thought I was just done with that jump, but I nailed it. Ow, that was not backflipping with grace. I mean, remember, that thing is swinging a 25 tooth pinion. All right, guys, that is a wrap on the dirt action. Now it's time to show you the speed testing. Wait till you see how fast this goes. Here we go, RC drivers, speed run road, and I've got the 2S pack in there. We'll get the GNSS fired up. I've got a 3S pack. We're gonna test that next. But first, right out of the box, we gotta see what this does. I already could tell it's got some rip to it. Love that VXL system. Here we go. Whoa, ultra smooth. See what we got. $40 miles an hour as advertised. All right, time to throw in the 3S pack. Just fire it up. Looks like we're clear for a good run. Oh man. Yeah, you could already hear, I mean, I'm just babying it. I could already hear the difference. Here we go. Beast. Look at that. That thing is ripping. And it was like pretty controllable too. A little bit of sway. Man, my heart's going already, guys. Heart is going already. Did we hit it? 62. That's way more than it's supposed to be. I gotta do a backup. Here we go. Yeah, that was a bit wild. Here we go. I mean, this thing's motoring. It sounds fast. Get in it again. That thing's ripping. That is just pure ripping. I'm actually having a hard time controlling it. My hand's shaking a little bit from that run. Okay, here we go. The real deal. Yeah, 62 again. That's insane. They're saying 55, it's hitting 62. So what do you think about that, RC drivers? Traxxas pretty much lied to us about the top speed of the Mini XRT, but in a good way. This thing is an absolute rocket. I don't know why they didn't put 60 miles an hour on the box, 60 miles an hour plus, because it's capable of doing it. It's just an absolute beast. And that TSM kept it really easy to drive. And same here in the dirt lot. I mean, this thing is a rocket just on the stock 2S pack. Hitting 40 miles an hour, it handles so well. This wide max suspension setup, so good, guys. It basically makes the truck so nimble to drive. I mean, I barely went and flipped this thing over. It always seemed to land on the wheels. Off the jumps, even the bad jumps, the TSM would kick in, help correct it, just make this thing land. And wow, it was absolutely impressive. The steering too, it's got some great steering, both on and off power. I am just absolutely floored with this truck. I know a lot of people were excited about the Mini Maxx, and you know, it had its little hiccup with the 3S drivetrain, but this 3S drivetrain seems to be able to take it. I mean, I said, guys, 3 battery packs. I've seen comments out there where, you know, on the Mini Maxx, it's gonna break on the first pack. No, not gonna happen with this truck. I think it's gonna be a solid beast. I think the only thing you really need for this thing is you gotta grab that 3S battery pack just so you can hit that top speed. And they're saying 55 on the box. I think that's gonna be minimum on the 3S battery pack. With that big 25 tooth gear on there, man, this thing is just hit some serious speeds. But if you need to, they have a ton of aftermarket parts for it, so you could really hop this thing up, make it look sick, and make it perform awesome. If you're into it, I'll have links in the video description below.